Miss Erin, I swear you corny for this. But you back though. I got another question though, for real. I'll be focused on some shit for a while. Ugh, pardon him, he's my ghetto brother. Then get distracted off some other shit. So how do I not get distracted and stay focused? Answer me that. Thank you, sis. Ooh. Yeah, so knowledge is interesting, and knowledge gives great insight and helps with discernment when making decisions. But honestly, nothing matters. Like, was that Lauryn Hill? Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. I remember when I first heard that song and I'm like, what's wrong with this bitch? She thinks nothing matters. But no, really, no. Like, nothing matters, but everything matters at the same time. I'm really gonna have to get a camera to where I don't see myself, because I just be distracting myself. I swear, like, yeah. Just have fun. I think just having a good time, keeping it light and as airy as possible, and trying to find a lesson and a joke in all interactions is the best way to go, because we all gonna die. Everybody is just like 1 minute closer to death, but at the same time 1 minute deeper into life, which is the most paradoxical and amazing thing ever, I'd say. And death is so beautiful. Like, somebody can die by falling off of a building and then splattering on the floor, but they're not gonna feel that splatter on the floor. Their soul is just gonna go, like, it's gonna feel all so good, and we gonna be the only ones, the ones left behind. We the only ones that feel that shit for real. We be so sad as fuck when the people we know and love die. And the people we know and love, when they die, they be happy as shit. They be like, God? Like, whatever somebody believes in, however they view a greater power, however it's been presented to them, that's kind of how they're going to see it, kind of. And it's a beautiful thing. Watch near-death experiences to get a little insight on what death is like. But while we here, nothing matters, bruh. Like, only the things you want to matter. If we just put it into context, how we are in comparison to an ant in their life, we just feel like ants are so insignificant. And if we see an ant, we're gonna kill it. Like, if we don't want that there. That's how insignificant we treat ants. That's like us in comparison to existence, because there's just so much life everywhere. There's just everything is a form of life, because life is existence. Of course, we have the inanimate objects. It's like, that's not alive. That's not alive, you know, technically, according to our textbooks. But bitch, according to me and a lot of my fellow spiritualistas and spiritualistos, everything is moving. You just don't see it. Like, even in science, they'll teach you when it's a solid, it's moving, but it's so tight that you can't, it's moving like that. It's like barely moving because it's a solid and they're so tightly packed. But that shit moving though, which means life. Everything is in motion. And there's just, with that being said, and there's just so much shit going on, more planets, all this life, blah, 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 blah. We don't know what's in the ocean. We don't know what's in the core of this earth. Somebody know, but we don't know generally. And you think that the next bitch comment about you matters? And you think that what your family and friends advise you to do with your life matters. This is Erin. I just think that as a people, once we realize that the only things that really pertain to us are the things that I want to say call into this timeline, but that doesn't really make sense to everyone. The only things that pertain to us is what we pay attention to the most. Like, our attention is our first money. Like, we're born with that money. We're born rich because we have attention. Just born with that. And then we just be spending that attention money. We be spending that attention money wherever, like, our bodily senses take us. And then getting so wrapped up in that is how we as a people can get wrapped up in personality and ego. And it's so good to have an ego, because if you don't have that personality, that ego part of you to interact with other people in this world, then you just straight spirit. Like, that's almost like having sex with a bunch of people with no condom. Through our ego and our personality, of which we've developed over time based upon how we were raised and what environments we were in, that's our ego, that's our personality. Until we make a conscious decision to change that, whatever. Either way, through that ego and personality is what we decide to pay attention to. And excuse me, I was born with attention. I was born awareness. Like, I am attention. I am awareness. And I get to decide what to pay attention to. I get to decide how to disperse my awareness. And that's the first form of currency. Is like an energetic transaction, because you're deciding or not deciding what to pay attention to. And whatever we decide to pay attention to, whatever we decide to pay attention to, is what matters. So if we don't want something to matter, because like it just really doesn't help. For instance, say somebody was like, girl, why you let your bra strap show? Like, why you letting your bra strap show? Am I going to go like this? Oh, or do I not give a fuck? Obviously, I don't care. Like, I'm looking at myself and I see my bra strap showing. I don't care, right? So I'm going to leave it just like that. And, whatever. I'm not paying for that, Whatever. Somebody give you a comment. They give you their opinion. It's almost like, buy this. Here's my opinion for sale. Do you want to pay attention? Do you want to buy this with your attention? And then you have the decision to be like, no. The fuck? I don't care. Your parents telling you need to go to college and get a degree and get a job in corporate America and be a corporate baddie. Or did you want to do something else? Did you want to pay for something else? Did you want to spend your time on something else? Or do you want to pay attention to what they saying, their opinions and their guidance, over your inner compass guidance, what your heart is telling you? I want to say like down here, like your heart and like your soul and your mind. Just let it all boop, 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 be in alignment. And once all that's in alignment, it's almost like your soul tells your heart what to pay for, and then your heart tells your mind, and then your mind decides, do I want to pay for this like my heart said? Or do I just want to ignore myself and pay for this opinion and pay for this unsolicited guidance that I'm getting from somebody else? That's the thing. Parents, and I'm a parent, so I know the other side. Parents think that they have the answer to everything for their kids, but they don't. We don't. We think we do, and it's good because it comes from a place of love and care, that we want our kids to be a certain way that we deem good for them. And that works out to an extent, because there comes a point in time where the child has to have their own decisions, make their own decisions, and fuck around and find out for themselves. And then that's when the parent steps back and takes more of a supportive role and more of a nurturing role, so that when the kid is out there trying to pay attention and spend their time on things that are coming from the heart, coming from the soul, they're figuring it out. The parents need to step back and guide and step in where they deem fit. Go into the puzzle where they deem fit, not try and make the whole puzzle for the kid. That's just an example. But say you got somebody who don't have no parents. Say I'm somebody, I don't have no mom, I don't have no dad, no aunties, nobody trying to guide me or tell me anything, and I'm out here winging it, doing my own thing. That, in my opinion, is a great opportunity to be able to really explore who you are on the inside and express that on the outside, and use the outside world to explore yourself even more, because you don't have somebody trying to tell you what to do. And you have that space to really just listen to yourself and whatever God you believe in, whatever angels, archangel, whatever the fucks, whatever you believe in that's supernatural, bigger than you. It's just that and you. And then you use the outside world to see what you want to pay for. What do you want to pay for? What do you want to pay attention to? What matters to you? What are we going to do? How are we going to exchange this energy? Every single interaction. Me making this video, every single interaction, me sipping this coffee, like everything is an energy exchange, is a spiritual exchange, a soulful exchange, a mental exchange, a heart to heart exchange, heart to whatever exchange. Like, there's some transactions going on, some unseen transactions going on. So it's happening, whether you want to be aware of it or not, whether you want to take some control over it or not, whether you want to direct the flow of the currency or not, is happening. Like, so that's really just up to you. Shit happens. What's your spot? What's your position in what's happening? Where do you fit in? What do you consume? What do you sell? What do you give? What type of energy are you putting out there? OMG, that makes me think about when people are like, why does this stuff happen to me? Why does bad shit happen to me? It's almost like that's not the question that should be asked. When good shit happen to you, do you be like, why is this so good shit happening to me? No, you happy. You like it. So you go with it. So when bad shit happens, go with it. Why is this happening? Well, let's reflect on all decisions that led up to this. No judgment. Be graceful. Let everybody else be mean to you and be harsh and critical and shit. But don't do that to yourself. Have your own back. If anybody does, you should have your own back. You can almost like coddle yourself like you're a kid. Like, it's okay. We fucked up, but that's all right. Moving forward, let's do this instead of that. And that might lead me to that. You know them girlfriends that be like so aggy and they're like, it's the little things. You need to pay attention to the little things, bae. Yeah, like literally all the little decisions. Me deciding to drink a coffee every single day, that's not helping me out. Shit. And eventually it'll be a tea. I had a tea, then a coffee, but eventually it'll be just a tea. But all these little decisions are what lead somebody to the big finale. So don't ignore those little decisions. If somebody's like, Erin, you want to come to lunch with us? That's a little decision. Do you want to go to lunch with them or not? Like, it's a simple decision. It's seen like on the surface. But every interaction is like a portal into a new world. Like, you never know how your life can change based off one interaction. And people who got in car accidents and then they're paraplegic or something happened and now their life is totally different, those type of people know that it only take one. Me, it only took one time having some sex to be fertilized. What? It only takes one time. So use that to your advantage. Let's say I want to be at goal G. So step A, B, C, D, E, F. All of those are little steps. Those are all little decisions. Those are all simple interactions. For example, me, I compliment people all the time. There's always something that I like about somebody. There's always something. They could be like butt ugly, fit ain't drippy, they look a mess, but they walk past me and they smell good. I compliment that. I'm like, look, you ain't really out here looking like too much, but damn, you smell good, you know? And then it leads into conversation, and then I find out that, oh, this person just got done fixing a car. How did they still... He's like, I don't even know how I still smell good. I just got done fixing a car. Oh, bet you fix cars? I do need my alternator fixed. How much you charge? Oh, about $350. What? This guy Jose charging me $700. You only charge $350? Let me get your number. And then boom, now I'm getting my car fixed quicker because it's cheaper. And it all just started with one little comment. And that's kind of how things go. And that's kind of how things work. It be the little things. It be them little things. And what does it take to be cognizant of the little things and when we should make certain little decisions that will help us? Awareness, and just knowing who the fuck you are now and who you want to become, who you are becoming. So every decision leads to what you are becoming. And a lot of shit don't matter. If it doesn't help you to your becoming, then it doesn't fucking matter. But if it make you feel some type of way and you can't let it go, then that's time to reflect on yourself. Like, what's up with me? It don't have nothing to do with them. Trust me, when people piss you off or even when people make you feel so good and so loved, and you're like in love and like obsessed, what does that say about you? Like, it don't have nothing to do with them. Real quick. What does that say about you? And how do you do other things to get that same feeling and experience? When you were born, it was just you and whatever God you believe in. And when you die, it'll be just you and whatever God you believe in. So make sure you stay grounded and centered with that. What does that mean, grounded and centered? Some people are like, what? Like, I thought you put your feet in grass to be grounded. Like, okay. That's for people who like nature. For people who don't fucking care about nature and they litter, like, find other ways that you connect with yourself. And then there's people out there that don't think that there's a creator at all. There's nothing bigger than this. This is this and that's it. And when we die, that's it. Whatever else you guys can come up with that reminds you who the fuck you are, what you believe in, what you know, and what you stand on. Just being so solid in that is like having an army of family members, an army of advocates that support you. And it's all just you. And although in comparison to just all existence, one human is so insignificant, seems to be so insignificant, at the same time, one little human is very impactful and integral to the progression of existence. So it's very paradoxical. It's like you ain't shit, but you the shit at the same time. You just in the middle of that. Just floating in the ambience of not being shit, but being the shit at the same time. Like being nothing, but being everything at the same time. And that's some godly stuff right there. If you don't believe in God, whatever, but that's some godly stuff. God is everything, but like nothing at the same time. Like if you close your eyes, what do you see? Nothing. There's God. If you open your eyes and you see all these things, all of it is God. If you look in the mirror, God. Like everything and nothing is God. Everything and nothing is you. What you pay attention to most is what grows most. What do you want to grow most? That's up to you. Pay more attention to that. Fuck a side comment. Love ya.